Hello everyone, I'm Sophie and I'm currently at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. And I'll continue reading from the book by my guru, His Eminence, the 25th Sam Tuku Rinpoche. And this is the book that I'll be reading from, Peace, a compilation of short teachings, Sam Rinpoche. I'll be reading from Part 5, Peace is Not About. Chapter 19, Love and Hatred. Page 150. Let me go to a picture to share with you. There you go. Right, so part 5, Peace is Not About, and chapter 19, Love and Hatred. Page 150. Our perception of a person or an object can change so fast. It is proof that our perception is the enemy. When we love, like, hate, or dislike an object, a person, a living being, or a non-living object, that is not reality. When we like something, it is not based on a true realistic view of the object. If it is, and you can check it, based on a true realistic study of the object, we are attached to or like, then our attachment to or liking the object or person must be permanent. But if that person says something to us that we don't like, we may start to dislike them. Yesterday, we could have been the best of friends and we praise them from here to high heavens. Tomorrow, we can absolutely dislike them. At the same time, the object that we like can be disliked by other people, and the object that we dislike can be liked by other people. Therefore, the object itself doesn't have an inherent or intrinsic nature to be liked or disliked. It is our afflicted perception that sees an object and says, we like or we don't like. When we see an object and we like it, we build on it. When we see a beautiful girl, we think that since she's beautiful, she's going to stay beautiful. That there's no way she will get fat, old, sick, or lose her beauty. We also think that she will have a beautiful family, a wonderful job, and a great clean house. Everything about her is going to be fabulous because she is beautiful. We have this afflictive perception of the object and are attracted to it. When we meet reality, we think, why is she like that? How can she talk or act like that? We always ask why things are like that. It is because they are like that, but we had thought that they were otherwise. When we dislike something, or when someone says something to us that we don't like, we automatically start to dislike that person. They might have had a bad day or a problem at the time and said something unpleasant to us. Instantly, our afflicted perceptions build upon what they said to us. We think, since they are rude to me, they are also ugly. They probably eat unhealthy foods. They've probably got diseases and they probably don't have any friends. They probably have bad businesses. They have ugly, mean parents. They have nasty siblings and even their dogs have rabies. But the minute we hear that perhaps that person's mother has had a car accident and is now in serious condition in the hospital, our perception changes immediately. We start to feel sorry for that person. Our perception of the person or an object can change so fast. It is proof that our perception is the enemy. We perceive wrongly. Perception is to see, hear, feel, touch, taste, and smell. To perceive wrongly is afflicted because it brings about afflictions and there is something wrong with it. Affliction is a disease, something that makes you suffer or makes you unwell. Mental affliction arises from the same cause as the result. Therefore, mental afflictions arises from distorted mental perception. Change yourself by realizing that all perception is afflicted. Since it is afflicted, it can be changed. And since it can be changed, you will get the opposite result if you change it. Don't complain you're lonely. If you complain that you're lonely to someone, to anybody in this room, they are going to tell you, you have AE, afflictive emotion. Think about it. You've got AE syndrome. I've got AE syndrome, and we're all talking about it. Hi, my name is San Rinpoche. I'm 44 and I suffer from AE. This is what it's all about, afflictive emotions. It sounds funny, but it's true. When you operate on that basis, where you don't know that very simple yet profound truth, you will go through life making enemy after enemy after enemy. When you follow a wrong perception, whether it's positive or negative, it will disappoint you. If you are in a wonderful relationship, it is going to be not wonderful. Your husband turns out to be an absolute boring nightmare. He's different from you and only interested in karaokes, card games, and wet t-shirt contests. Your wife turns out to be an absolute nightmare, too. She's got really smelly breath and armpits. She just really took care of herself on the day you got married. And she's got a horrible mother who nags you to death. Why are you not a dentist? Why are you not a doctor? Why is my daughter still driving around in a BMW from last year? The problems just go on and on and on. All these things comes out. All of a sudden, one misunderstanding after another arises and you decide to separate. When you separate, you go to court. You say they are wrong. They say you're wrong. It doesn't end. Then you find the next person and the next and the next. After a while, you settle down, not because you have found the perfect person, but because you have settled for less and you realize that there is no perfect person. Those of us who are smart stick with the person we are with and we just deal with it. There is no perfect person. Even our perception of unhappiness is afflicted. Some of us are unhappy because we don't have a lover or a partner. We become depressed because of that, and we focus everything on that. People like that who get a partner will suffer even more than normal people because their perception of what makes them happy was wrong from the start. Some of us have horrible relationships that we would like to get out of. If you are attached to a person or an object, such as money, a house, position, fame, or reputation, and you hold on to it, it is your wrong afflicted perception that the respective person or object will give you happiness. In fact, those people or object creates more unhappiness and more problems. For example, money makes you more wary. It doesn't let you open up to people. It makes you become stingy and protective. You spend all your time and energy making sure no one takes that money away from you. Every day you have that money, you think you're secure, but actually your security dwindles away more and more. The money eats away at you until you're older, insecure, scared, fragile person. People who have had plenty of money for a long time live in total fear of what will happen if they don't have it anymore. Even while they have money, they can't enjoy it, although outwardly it looks like they do. You can apply that to anything that people think they love, like a house or a car. The minute you take that house or that car away, or something happens to it and they don't have it anymore, they suffer tremendously. They can go into depression, even suicide. Suffering of this type arises from wrong afflictive perception. When you operate on a basis of afflicted perception, you will have a lot of unhappiness. You don't need to see into people's mind to know them. You look at their actions, how they talk and speak, what they focus and dwell on, and you will understand the level of their mind. There are people who talk about me, myself, and I all the time. They complain, I'm not happy. I didn't get what I want. I was disturbed. People did this to me. I did this, and this is what they did to me. They only ever tell you anyone has done to them that is wrong. Everyone is an enemy. Everyone is at fault. Everyone is wrong. They believe that only their perception is correct. These people are usually unhappy because they refuse to take responsibility and they continuously blame others. They blame others because they have strong afflicted perception, and they build on that rather than on the truth. If you do a simple meditation, think about that and reinforce that in your mind every day, you will see your wrong perception lessen. Enemies become friends. Friends become neutral. In fact, everyone becomes neutral. And with that, that's the end of the chapter 19. So, as Rinpoche said, basically it's our perception. We always basically have wrong perception of the things around us. And the proof of it is that, it's not permanent. 1 minute you could like someone, and the next minute when they say something wrong and you dislike them. So basically it's our perception. And if you are able to meditate and realize that we are able to control how we perceive, and basically everything is neutral. So I do hope that you will get this book, Peace, and do read it and do meditate on each chapter, and it will help you to change the way that you think, the way that you perceive, to be a happier person. And thank you for sharing your time with me. So I'll end this session with a completion dedication in Tibetan. Jangjo Semjo Rinpoche, Mage Panam Ge Yishi, Ge Panam Pame Payang, Goni Gondo Pewashu, Tony to Rinpoche, Mage Panam Ge Yishi, Ge Panam Pame Payang, Goni Gondo Pewashu, Dasun Jini Sapagi Wadi, Tandandroa Guna Gampadang, Jepa Jesu Noson Trapai, Tamping in Poredusa Sesho, Gewa Kunto Yandala Madan, Dramichuki Palano Chochi, Satamangi Yaterazone, Doji Changi Opangatusu, Gewadi Yududa, Lamasanga Drione, Drewachika Malupa, Dei Salago Pashu, Joki Kaposong Kapa, Josunam Papewala, Geki Samasi Wadang, Tunki Malu Sawashu, Dadam Sangi Descendant, Drewa Songi Latine, Gewala Santrapai, Tampa Yoriva, Gyushi. Ni modele sendele, ni mingunyendele shi, ni sintato dele pel, kunchusungi jingilo, kunchusungi ngotuso, kunchusungi trasi sho. Jesu lama kusen raptenching, nam katrini chocho ke padang, losam tempe drome samsungi, droe musa tato ni gyushi, gangwe rawe kowe shinkamde, pendandeo malu gyuene, charensi wantensi getsoi, shape shire baru ten gyushi. Home Tomping Otro Malupa, Dende Dala Salduso, Kodan Dempalong Chotnam, Kepa Sushi Shukten Sal. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll see you for my next session.